All right, hi. Today we are going to be looking at position papers. Students that go to Naaman, Kumunk, and Rumunk have done position papers for Model UN. And I just wanted to have like an instructional tutorial to help you along the way. So what is a position paper? A position paper is kind of an essay that you would submit before a Model UN competition. It has three parts to it, and as a whole, the position paper is evidence of your preparation before the competition. It is evidence of your thoughts before you enter the room. And as much as it's a lot of work to do before a competition, it also gets you ready for it. So don't be scared of it, because what I'm going to do today is kind of explain to you some of the basic elements of a position paper. So first of all, you have to read the background guide. That is first. That is because for every topic in your background guide, you have to have a position paper. For many Model UN competitions, you have two topics, that is two position papers. Okay? Sometimes you are in like a select committee where you have just one topic, and that's probably a pretty meaty position paper. So what is a position paper going to look like? It's going to have a heading at the top. It's going to have your personal name, the country you're representing. It's going to have the committee that's in it, and then the body that it's in, and of course making sure you have the topic that you're addressing. That's towards the top. Body paragraph 1 of 3. Body paragraph 1 is you explaining why the topic is important, the significance of the topic, the relativeness of the topic. Really, most students are just going to use the background guide's information and in 5 sentences just explain why it matters. Now, the better position papers are going to go out and find a third party's information. Go do research, bring in data, bring in numbers, bring in info, bring in history, bring in culture, and be quite persuasive. Body paragraph 1 is meant to be persuasive. We are here, and this is why we're here, and this is important. Body paragraph 1. So body paragraph 2 is now more on research. It is just how your country has dealt with the topic. So let's say the topic is access to water. Your committee's dealing with access to water, maybe in the Middle East. How has your country, even in Latin America, dealt with access to water? For example, is the water companies of the nation controlled by the government? So it is not privatized, it is public. That's just something you could bring up. So body paragraph 2 can be a substantive amount of information, but it's based off of how much information you are able to find in your research. So let's just say the topic is water rights. Body paragraph 1, you've explained, oh my gosh, water's important. Body paragraph 2, you need to talk about how your country has dealt with such an important topic. Sometimes you're going to use what your country has done in committee to persuade others to do what your country's done. Now, body paragraph 2 is not about being persuasive, it's about proving you've done research, proving you have content, proving that you took time to look inside your own country's rich history. Body paragraph 3. Body paragraph 3 is where you bring up ideas you plan on putting in a resolution. It's your solutions to the topic. Now, your body paragraph 3 isn't about the language, that's body paragraph 1. It isn't about the research, that's body paragraph 2. It's about creativity. Go outside the box. I really don't want to give too much more information because I think you can handle that one. That is why you go and you write these resolutions. You work with creativity and you work with ingenuity and you go outside the box. And you have to think about, in that last body paragraph, what is going to appeal to your country, because you have to be on policy, but what is also going to appeal to like-minded countries and the committee as the whole. So you want to be inclusive, well, unless you're North Korea. I typically tell my students that it should be a one-page document, meaning sometimes single space. We've gone places where they want it double space, fine, that's a page and a half. Yes, you should have some sort of works cited or footnoting. You kind of can't just bring up facts, even if they're from Wikipedia. You can't just bring up facts that aren't facts that you've collected data on. These are facts that you need to give credit to somebody else, not necessarily the background guide. The background guide is now considered common knowledge. But if you've gone to another source and found information, please include that in a footnote. Just even if it's just two. Come on, we want to look like it's kind of scholarly. Usually if you're by yourself, 2 position papers is a lot of work. If you are doing position papers with a partner, as in you and a partner, each are doing 1 position paper, you are the same country and the same committee, same top and such. Just watch out that if you've mastered only one of the 2 topics, and that's the topic that's discussed first, that might be the topic discussed for 75% of the committee. So I behoove you, I really want you guys to work as much together as you can. Coming up is Kumuk, where we are all singlet, so that doesn't matter. Almost every time we do position papers, the conference wants them emailed to the chair by a certain date. Okay? In that email, make sure you're very clear on who you are. Make sure you have a subhead heading. Maybe sure you say thank you, sincerely, lots of love. Make sure you actually put the attachments. Feel free to put those attachments as PDFs so they can be open on any type of screen. In your position paper, never refer to yourself as I believe. Unless you are a person. If you are a member of the British House of Commons, you may refer to yourself as that member of the British House of Commons. But if you are a country, please refer to yourself as, the Democratic Republic of Korea. I think I've said a lot, okay? So I'm at 8 minutes now. In this 8 minutes, I've kind of gone over what your position papers will look like. Most of you actually have copies of position papers from maybe Naaman. I plan on emailing everybody some documents just so you have some examples on file. Do not stress, because whatever work you put into the position paper makes you a stronger competitor at it. So this is not a waste of time. This is just something you needed to do anyway. Email me if you need some support. Have a good day.